What's going on, YouTube? Hope y'all doing good out there. So today, we ain't got a whole lot going on. However, I figured I would tell y'all why I carry a gun on a suburban homestead every day. Ladies! The first and most obvious reason I carry a gun on the homestead here is we got a good many predators, believe it or not. Figured I would go ahead and grab these eggs real quick before we let the ladies out. Last week, we had an incident here in the nest box. I'll go ahead and insert the footage now. Well, as y'all can see what's in my hand here, I got this chicken snake, this black snake here. And normally I would give him the pass, but I caught him the other day, and he's eating one of my eggs right now. So I'm gonna turn him right over yonder here. And yeah, he got those. This is ridiculous. But you know, that's one of the very obvious reasons I carry a gun on the homestead. Now, obviously, I know the difference in black snakes and etc. However, as I may not have stated in that clip, because it's been a couple of days since that happened, I can't have nothing eating my inventory. These areas here is inventory. You know, I sell to the neighbors and got several other customers. And I reckon ain't no animal's life is more valuable than a man's livelihood. This Bible right here says, God gave man dominion over all the earth. That means these animals work for us. We don't work for them. So yeah, any animal takes any of my inventory, they got to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these ladies out, since I got the majority of the eggs. And sorry, like I said, I live in a suburban neighborhood, and I was wondering who was up there at the road. But can't have the dog running after them. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna let these ladies out real quick. So yeah, that is the one, that's the major reason I carry a gun on the homestead every day, is for the protection of these animals. Again, the Bible says we're supposed to be good shepherds of our flock. You know, and a lot of people just want to think about food and shelter and all that stuff, but we got to think about protecting our animals too. So between the raccoons and the foxes and the snakes, yes, I have had snakes eat chickens before. Whole grown chickens. Uh, yeah, you gotta be ready for anything around here. But I will say this: check your laws and regulations, okay? Don't just take my advice before you do something in regards to something like this. But yeah, around here in the South, we're all carrying guns. Looks like everybody's enjoying it up there. But I think maybe we'll go ahead and check out the garden. I need to water it and make sure everything's good. Might as well show y'all what we've planted. But before we go to the garden, I need to go turn on this electric fence. Don't do no good if it ain't hot. But first, I work with my sponsor. You guessed it, it's me. If you need a Bible reading plan, or some concrete, or any merchandise, feel free to check out my link below. You know, I like these Premier One fences, and I haven't decided entirely, but I want a little bit more heat on this fence. And I think I'm gonna get not a solar box like this, but a box to put on the barn like we used to have back in the day for hot wire, actual hot wire, and connect that to the fence. Because we also got deer around here. The deer around here are ridiculous. Nobody in this neighborhood want to shoot them anymore. The people that do want to shoot them, we got to keep it on the low. Not because it's illegal, but because, you know, a lot of people that ain't from here decide to move down here and impose their values on people that's we've chosen to live another way. But anyhow, I don't want to rant, and I want to keep that as nice as possible. But yeah, I need to get some more heat on this fence. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the drip hose for these plants here, and then we're gonna go ahead and go inside, and I'll show you what Mom's got planted. However, I know there's been new subscribers since last season. I'm very, very grateful for you guys. So I need to show y'all this water system we got out here. So I just have what I call a duck foot. Let me get this out of the way. It's just a 4-valve connector, 4-hose connector. And we got it sideways here, and I screwed it in. We got it going to the water pump. These main hoses, they run a regular water hose, a filler hose, for 5-gallon buckets and such, and some drip hose that goes all throughout this garden here. So over here on my right, your left, I have little finger carrots right here. And then down right there, I got some celery. And over here on the left, we got some red cabbage. And we got a whole row of tomatoes over there. We do love our tomatoes. You know, we make sauce. You know, we eat tomato sandwiches, fried tomatoes. That ain't my thing. Y'all tell me if you like fried tomatoes or not. And then down here, on this trellis, got some, look like it says peas down there. So we do a lot in a little space. And I hadn't even mentioned anything that's out there in the main garden yet. And putting these beds together was not expensive either. I got a whole video on that. I'll put it right over here. So our comfort's coming in real good. By the time you're seeing this, any of y'all that made pre-orders, they've already been shipped out. You know, I didn't mention self-defense. Well, I'm in a suburban neighborhood. That's not my primary concern, you know. As I said, despite where I live, somehow they got a lot of wild animals out here. And, you know, John 10, I believe verse 11 says, I am the good shepherd. In the 10th chapter of John, verse 11, it says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. Obviously, that's Jesus talking about himself. However, that still applies here on the Homestead. If you won't call yourself a good shepherd, you gotta be able to protect your flock. And part of protecting your flock is tearing the gun. Most of the time, it's about food, water, and all that good stuff. But sometimes, as we saw earlier in the video, we got to protect the sheep. Or we got to protect the chickens, whatever you got. Alright, y'all. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and as always, we'll see you next time. God bless. Appreciate it.